What up, everyone? This is Mr. Lord, Dr. Professor, Dark Joker, here with another edition of Traditional Fans with Opinions, where I'll give my reviews for whoever I watched, read, or played today. And who are Traditional Fans with Opinions? That is myself, and that is you, the viewers. With all that being said, on with the reviews. Last Samurai Standing. So, this is based off a book by Shogo Imamura. Basically, it's a historical series set in the late 1800s during the Meiji period, and like basically it takes place, in Japan, so in between Kyoto and Tokyo. So what you have is that the main character is Shujiro Saga. So his daughter dies of cholera, and his wife falls sick. So in order to basically, Shujiro doesn't have enough money to pay for medicine stuff. So when basically he sees an ad about a martial arts tournament in Kyoto with the prize money of 100,000 yen. So he and a bunch of other fighters go there, and basically they're all told they go to the Tenryuji Temple, and basically they're told by an official named Inju that the game they're about to play is called Kodoku. So each participant is given a tag with a number. Basically, they must go through 7 checkpoints in the Tokaido Road from Kyoto to Tokyo. Basically, they must get to Tokyo by June 5th, so they have a month to get there. Basically, there's a certain amount of points that are needed between each checkpoint, and basically those points are gained by taking other participants' tags. So once the game starts, basically, basically a lot of the participants start trying to kill each other in order to get the tags. So Sujiro helps Futaba Katsuki during the competition because she reminds him of his dead daughter, and he gets Futaba a tag, and someone recognizes Sujiro as someone called Kokushu the Manslayer, and he gets a spare tag. And so basically, then you have like all the fights going. So you see different competitors fight. So you see Shujiro's some of his old acquaintances. He comes across them. So you see the past of like different people. So Futaba is a shrine maiden, basically who's in the game to provide for her sick mother and the various children at her shrine. So they forge an alliance. And then what else is going on? Superintendent General Kawaji and reports to Home Minister Lord Okubo about about this tournament. About there's like a tournament going on regarding involving these outlaw samurai. And so you see, now some of the competitors, they go after civilians, and like you have some who are trying to protect the civilians while this is going on. So you see different duels between different you know competitors. And then, some competitors they quit the game and they're killed by the Kodoku officers, which leads to Shujiro killing those officers. And so Shujiro and Futaba they're joined by Iroha Kinugasa, who is Shujiro's adopted sister of the Kiyohachi Ryu Sword School. And then basically, they work with other people, and like so they start trying to deal with other people. So you have Kamui Kocha, who's an Ainu, who's involved, who like basically, and then you have And so they reached a checkpoint Sekijuku, and basically one of the officers mentions that Sujiro and Iroha are familiar, or they know about the Kodoku, since they were ordered to kill some of their sword siblings by Gintosai, who is the head of the Kyohachi Ryu. But Sujiro left before he would be made to take part in that. And so the group find Sujiro, Futaba, and Iroha um they find this guy named Kyojin and join him in alliance. And so yeah, so basically then yeah, so then there's a whole deal about one of the other Kyohachi Ryu's swordsman named Sansuke is trying to find the mentor Gentosai and use the game to do that. So you see different people going around trying to fight each other. And then yeah, so basically, so then what's revealed is that Kawaji, who's working with Okuo to arrest the four like people who run the I guess four rich guys who were help like I guess sponsor competition, but Kawaji's revealed to be the one who organized the game. And then yeah, so what you see is you see all also Kyojin who's captured by some Kodoku officers. He escapes, and then yeah, so basically then Kyojin comes across Sansuke and Sakura, and then what happens is you see all these characters start gathering here. So Okubo is killed, and then basically so Sujiro and Futaba they go to Okazaki Juku after under the assumption that they'll have protection from Meijime, but Telegram tells them that, well, they don't have that. So, and Iroha, who wants to go out to defeat Gintosei, says that basically, the only way Gintosei can be defeated is if all those who trained under him work together to defeat him. But one of the issues is Kyojin's working for Gintosei, so of course that will cause problems, and that's supposed to lead into like I guess the rest of the show if we get a second season. So yeah, I thought this was a good show, dude. The sword fights are freaking awesome, and like the characters are cool. Like this is some really good combat in this, and like the costume design's really good. The set design, it's done very. I mean, basically it's a lot like you could compare it to I guess like Battle Royale, Squid Game, and where you have a competition involving like basically random people having to kill each other for money. But yeah, I thought this was a really good show, and I hope we get a second season because I want to see the rest of this story. And that's it. Did y'all like the stuff I reviewed? And if you have your own opinions about all that, you can put all that in the comments. Thank you for watching, and like, subscribe, and all that. And look forward to the next video.